What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your man ChazzEllis once again, and you're watching the Guy channel. Now, a lot of guys ask me about being used by women. Like, how do I tell if this girl is using me or if she's really feeling me or what the situation might be? Well, it's kind of hard sometimes to tell that a girl is using you because a lot of times they don't even know they're using you. They feel if they're giving you their time and their company, that whatever you're giving them in return is an equal exchange. You know, that's kind of what society has taught people. But a lot of times you might leave a situation feeling used. So it can be difficult to really tell. And a lot of times just because you're being used by a woman, that doesn't mean that she doesn't like you. You know, how I said you got to assume that the woman likes you. Even if a woman's using you, that doesn't mean that she doesn't like you. It just means that you got to get control of the situation so that it can be conducive for you having a relationship in the future or whatever you're seeking to gain. So I'm going to go into like 5 different signs that a girl is using you and kind of give you some insight on whether or not you're being used by a girl or if things are going in the direction they probably should be going. The number one sign that a girl is using you is you got to pay to play. Okay? If a girl doesn't really like you, she's not going to hang out with you for free. Or if the girl isn't really interested in a relationship with you at that time, she's not going to hang out with you for free. If she's not really attracted to you physically at that time, she's not going to hang out with you for free. That's just kind of how it is. So normally what happens is if the girl's not totally interested in you, everything you do has to cost money or has to be something where she can get a direct benefit from. So if you say something like, hey, let's go to the park and hang out, she's like, why would I want to go to the park? I don't really understand. Like, what are we going to do there? Why can't we do something fun? Because hanging out with you in and of itself isn't fun. This is a situation where you got to monitor it because if not, what happens is eventually you stop feeling like spending money or you run out of money and, you know, then she's gone with the wind and you don't get a chance to really build anything with the person. If you're just allowing somebody to kind of get away with only spending time with you when you're spending money, it makes them even more focused on the money, even more focused on whatever you're doing for them, and they never get a chance to really get focused on you. So that's something to really be careful of, is having to pay to play. Number 2, her problems matter and yours generally don't. Pretty much whatever conversation you guys have is going to be about her problems, her issues, things that are going on in her life. She's going to be like, oh my gosh, somebody just cut me off on the way to work and I almost hit him. Oh my God, it was terrible. It was awful. Or I got a girl at work that's just pissing me off every day. I think she's out to get me. She's out to destroy my life. You know, I think she wants to be me. You're listening to that. You guys talk about that for an hour. And then finally you might say something like, hey, man, I wanted to let you know something was going on in my life and get your opinion on it. Okay, well, I'll call you back. I'm really busy right now. Give me like an hour and I'll call you back. Oh, okay, that's cool. You don't hear from her for 2 days. Then when you do hear from her again, she's talking about her problems and expecting you to give her some type of feedback. Well, when you get involved in that type of a situation with a girl, it's draining and it causes them to see you as just a shoulder to cry on and not really somebody that they could actually take seriously as a boyfriend or somebody they could be in a relationship with in the future. So that's not something you really want to get involved in because when they're using you in that way, a lot of times that becomes all they really want you for. So you got to look out for that. If she's just talking about her problems and whenever you try to bring yours out or you try to, you know, talk to her about something else, she's just kind of cutting you off. It basically means that you're just there as a sounding board or a punching bag for whatever she's going through, and it's not going to be a two-sided type of relationship. Number 3, she doesn't want to know you. She don't want to know. No, you know what I mean? She doesn't want to know anything about you. She's not really asking you any questions. She's not really trying to be a part of your life in terms of getting to know your family, your friends. You know, when a girl really likes you, they try to know everything about you. They want to know about your mama. They want to know about your daddy. They want to know about your grandparents. They want to know what you scored on the SATs. They want to know what color your high school team wore. They want to know everything about you. It's because that's why people are like, man, why she ask so many questions? Because they're interested. They care. They want to get to know you. They want to get to know what kind of person they're going to spend the rest of their life with. Because a lot of times when a girl's really interested or thinking in that way, she's thinking already, I want to spend my life with this person. So it's important to her to get to know you, to get to be a part of your family, to get to understand who your friends are, those kinds of things. When a girl's not doing that, a lot of times she's just using you for the moment. What can I get out of today? I don't really need to know this person because they're not going to be here for the long term. I'm just trying to make sure that I get my drinks paid for. I'm just trying to make sure that I get my refrigerator fixed. I'm just making sure that this dude helps me move. I'm making sure that I got somebody to talk to when I'm feeling bad about myself. They're not really trying to figure things out about you because, at that point in their life, it really just doesn't matter. And that's something you definitely want to watch out for. Number 4, and this one can be hard to notice, bare minimum. A lot of times you're not going to notice when somebody's doing the bare minimum because it's the bare minimum. It's just enough to keep you still interested in them, to keep you around, but it's not really enough for you to feel good. It's not really as much as they could give if they so chose. A lot of times a girl will do the bare minimum because she still needs you for whatever she needs you for, whether it's some money here and there, whether it's somebody to talk to, whether it's somebody to take her places, somebody to get her nails done, a ride to work, whatever it is she might be using you for, she needs those things. So sometimes what will happen is she'll do just that bare minimum. She'll come over and hang out every once in a while, but then you won't see her for 2 weeks. She might even give you some every once in a while, but then you might not see her for 2-3 weeks, a month, or until she needs something again. Then all of a sudden she's calling you up, hanging out, just doing whatever she knows she has to do to keep you interested. You can tell somebody is doing the bare minimum when it's obvious because a reasonable person would know that they needed to do more to make the other person happy. Not just that bare minimum to keep the person interested. It's kind of like, she comes over your house every 4 days to hang out with you. She's like, okay, I know that if I hang out with this dude every 4 days, he'll stay interested and think I really like him. But I know hanging out with somebody every 4 days isn't really going to make them happy. So that's something you need to watch out for. Is she doing what she could be doing? Is she doing what she should be doing? Or is she just doing enough so that I'll keep giving her whatever I have to give her, I'll keep doing for her? Make sure she's not just doing that bare minimum. Number 5, I think, is one of the biggest signs that you're being used. And it's one of the most hurtful a lot of times. And that is her convenience. You exist at her convenience. She's not going to change any plans for you. She's not going to do anything that would make her in the least bit uncomfortable. All she's going to do is deal with you whenever she has nothing else to do or nothing better to do, or it doesn't require her to make any real sacrifices or do anything. A lot of times it's convenient for somebody to hang out with you on a regular basis, so you're not really tripping. You're like, okay, and you think this person is super interested in you, but anytime something comes up to where they'd have to choose between you and something else, like, oh, well, I need to hang out with my girls tonight. Next night comes along, oh, I'm going to hang out with my girls tonight too. Next night comes along, oh, well, my friend need to help her put up the bookshelf. Okay, next night comes along. Same type of thing. Then all of a sudden, they have nothing to do for like a week in a row, for like 7 days in a row. And guess what? Keep calling you. Hey, what's up? You want to hang out? Hey, you want to chill? Hey, you want to go over here? Hey, you want to do this? Hey, you want to buy me a drink? Hey, you want to give me something to eat? Hey, now they're right back at it again, hanging out with you just like nothing ever changed or nothing ever happened. And you're like, wow, okay, maybe they are feeling me. But then they might go back and do the same thing again. It's because you only exist at their convenience. And anytime hanging out with you is a little bit inconvenient at the time, they're not trying to do it. Here's the thing. If a woman really, really likes you and wants to be with you and is seeing you as something for the future and not just what she can get at that moment, they're going to cancel stuff to be with you. I know a lot of women may deny this, but it's the reality of the situation. If they really like a dude, they're going to do whatever they can to be up under that guy. Just how it is. Have you ever had a female family member or something like that, and she canceling everything to try to be with this dude, and she like, you're like, dang, man, you know, you ain't coming to the family reunion? Oh, I was going to. I swear. I was going to be at the family reunion, but, you know, here's what happened. You know, he was cold and he needed somebody to hold him that night. Okay, that's what happened. I don't need to explain myself to nobody. You know, that's what they do when they really like somebody and they really see a future with somebody. They're trying to build that. They're trying to be around that person. They start, you know, curving their friends a little bit. They start curving their family members, everybody, usually just to be up under a dude they really, really like. If they're not doing that, a lot of times they may be using you and not even know it. They may really feel like they like you a whole lot, but you only exist at their convenience, so they don't like you as much as they think they do. They're not really looking at you in the future as much as they might even think they are. When you start seeing that change, where they are, you know, knocking off friends for you, not doing certain stuff that they would normally do so they could be around you, that's showing you that your relationship is moving forward and that you are an important part of their life. Hopefully I was able to help you out. Once again, it's your man, AskChazzEllis. Make sure you like and subscribe. Share this video with somebody else you know needs it. Peace.